Welcome champions, this is the RPA champion and in today's video you will learn about Power BI. Now Power BI is very important. It is part of the Power Platform, and if you don't know about the Power Platform, we will go into it right now. But before we get into what is Power BI and all of this, just a little side note. Microsoft Office is getting outdated, meaning that all of the tools that we used to work with before, such as PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Word, yes, they are great tools and we will continue working with them. But the tools such as Power Platform tools are on the rise and in high demand in the business world. Therefore, it is very important that we upskill our skills and learn about Power Platform if you haven't done so already. Now, open your eyes, clean out your ears, sit back in your chair, grab a cup of tea, and let's get started. What is Power Platform? Now, Power Platform is a set of tools provided by Microsoft, from which Power BI is one of these tools. So the Power Platform is made out of PowerApps, which in short provides you to create your own apps. Your own apps, such as the apps that you will find on the Apple Store, on the iPhone Store, any kinds of apps, but not games. So there is also Power Automate. Power Automate is a solution that helps you automate repetitive and manual tasks and activities. May that be from data streams in the internet or activities on your computer. I have a whole series of videos about Power Automate. We can get into that in another time. Now, Power BI, we will get into that in just a second. But before talking about Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, these are just chatbots, or the ability for you to create your own chatbots inside of your organizations. Chatbots that can assist you, chatbots can assist your colleagues, and so on. Now, Power BI, on the other hand, is a service that allows you to import different data inside of it and process it and get some meaning out of it. Now, Power BI is made out of different components. It is not just one tool. Power BI is made out of a desktop component and out of a cloud component. It is important to understand that these two components work differently and serve different purposes. Now, we will get into each one of these, but it is important that we really understand what do these two components are useful for us. So Power BI gets information, for example, from all kinds of information, from unstructured sources, from structured sources, from databases, from Excel sheets, from SQL, from the internet. It collects all of this on your Power BI on the desktop. On this Power BI on the desktop, you have the ability to clean out your data, to prepare your reports, to filter out what you need, to normalize your data, and therefore you can create different reports and clean out your data, prepare your pipelines and so forth. After you've created your reports, you will publish this to the BI service on the internet. And this is the one that we are seeing right now here. Now, just as a quick overview, what you see here is the Power BI desktop. Now, this allows you to import different data structures, such as, for example, from Microsoft Excel, from SQL, and from a whole variety of different data sources. We can import the data here, we can work it, we can filter it, get it nice and clean, and after we have worked it here, we would publish our report and we would get it into Power BI. Now, that is the gist of Power BI. What do I mean by that? That is the just a high-level overview of what Power BI. Now, what can we use Power BI? Power BI can be used for different purposes. So you could use Power BI to extract some data, to filter it, clean it out, publish it on a report, and then visualize it on a application or a cell phone or the app on your cell phone from Power BI. Now, I have a question for you. Before we continue, what is the difference between Power BI and Power Automate? So just before we walk through and go through a little bit Power BI, the web version, we just need to get familiar with some vocabulary that we're going to find in Power BI. So some vocabulary that we're going to find that is very common is, for example, visualization. Visualizations are just representations of your data, like chart or color-coded maps, or interesting thing that you can visually see from your data. These are visualizations in Power BI. Now you also have datasets. Datasets are a collection of data, and this can be a combination of many different sources that can come from one from Excel, one from a database, one from an internet page. These are datasets. Then you have reports. Reports are a collection of visualizations that appear together on one or more pages. So a report has different visualizations inside of it and can contain different pages inside of it as well. We also have dashboards. And a dashboard is just basically a one-pager on a report. For example, your report might have different pages inside of it. It shows different things. A dashboard is just a one-pager of all of your report. Now, it is also important to mention about tiles. Tiles are what make up your reports, are the different components inside of your visualizations. So these are the different things that make up Power BI, and that will make now that you understand it, make your understanding of Power BI much easier. Now, when we log into Power BI is free to use for 59 on a trial basis if you want to check it out. If you don't have it already in your Power BI license, it should be available once you either from the Microsoft Store, you can download it, the desktop version, or you can access it from the app powerbi.com. So once again, the desktop version is downloaded from the store, and the app or the cloud version is accessed from the internet. Now, I'm currently using the cloud version. I will just quickly give you a walkthrough of this version. So we have the home. This is a representation of everything that we are working on, our latest reports and workspaces, different apps that we can connect right on the fly. Favorites is just what we tag to be working on currently. Recent is what the name says, so the most recent things that we have been working on. Now here in create, here is where we could create a report, for example. So we can create a report already inside of Power BI, so we don't need the desktop version actually to create our own report. We could create a table in here, and we could use Power BI automatically to get insight out of that data. That is not very practical because we can't really do a really good job of cleaning the data in here. So that's why we have the desktop version of this as well. So we can also select a published data set as well. So this means that we would publish a data set from our computer. Now, databases, these are the different databases that we have connected to our to Power BI. And then we have apps. Now, apps are pre-built components that allow us to that are already pre-built to work in Power BI. So for example, I have here a coronavirus app, and this is a report, a series of different pages and insight of data that has already been collected and is working and prepared and has been displayed for us to utilize. We have the documentation, and we have everything inside of a map. So these are apps. Apps are very easy to install. It is a one-click process, meaning that you select the app, you search for the app that you want to install, and usually you just click next to install it. Once it's installed, you usually have to do some configuration. The configuration is different for every app. Now, the great thing about Power BI, it is also that it is meant to be shared with your colleagues and your friends. So once you create your dashboard and your data insight, you can share it with your friends, and that is also the power of Power BI, meaning that it is not only used for creating and gaining insight, but also sharing, and also for setting alerts on your data. so that you don't have to check into Power BI all the time. Power BI will inform you about the data that you need to see. So this is a general overview of Power BI, and here I will show you another app that is showing a few more tiles and visualizations to give you a little bit of a better idea of how Power BI can be used to create some very interesting insight. So this app is connected to a YouTube channel and is pulling the data via API, is making the call to the YouTube, to the Google service, and is extracting all of the information and is showing us the information how it has been set up. So this is meant to is a monetization analysis. So it is meant to analyze your views, your ratings, and give you an estimate of how much you will be monetizing on your YouTube channel. So these are also really great insight that you will not find anywhere else, and this insight have been built using Power BI, for example. Nowhere else would you be able to create, well, obviously yes, there is other tools out there that are powerful enough to create Power BI, but right out of the box, a report like this is not available on any free site, but you can create it with Power BI. If anybody is interested, please leave a comment in the comments below, and we can go over on how we could create a tool or a report like this by simply connecting to our YouTube channel and extracting the information from our YouTube channel. Now this report, as you can see, has different pages as well. This is page 1, this is page 2, and this is page 3, each page providing different insight and different meaning. Now, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any more content about Power BI, Power Automate, PowerApps, and machine learning in general. So, to keep you updated, subscribe to the channel. I hope you learned a lot from Power BI, and keep posted about PowerApps. It is a very important topic. It is very important for you to upskill your skills. Therefore, get into it. Follow my videos, search for more videos, and learn this subject. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, that you have learned about Power BI, that now you are comfortable about Power BI. You know its purposes, you know how it works, you know the different components about it, you know how you could utilize it, what is it for. And one final thing, Power BI, it is also not meant for any advanced data scientist or anything. Anybody can start using Power BI without any special skills. So no excuses not to start right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.